Welcome back to Boat Show TV with our video of the week. This time we're featuring Midnight Express here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. And my good friend Eric Glazer is actually here to talk all about these new boats. You got 4 of them here at the show, Eric.
We have 5 of them.
5 of them, wow.
Yes, sir.
And where's the 5th one?
5th one is up on the boat lift over there, the Elise Norden boat.
That's right, the watch boat. We saw that boat at the Miami International Boat Show. I'll tell you what, Eric, this boat is a showstopper. I can pretty much figure out why you put it right up front here in front of the Guzzler's tent, which, by the way, is the best spot in the show.
Right, we get everyone coming right from the bar to come hang out with us.
And why not? But this boat here is just beautiful. I feel like I'm kind of on a small ship rather than a big power boat.
Yeah, we build our boats so that they feel like yachts. So people that are coming from yachts or want to tender for their yacht come to us, and they get the same feel on their tender or downsized boat.
You got how many engines on the back? You got 4.
In this one we can fit 5, and you're right with the seating. We have 2 rows of 3, so we can fit 6 people all facing forward. So when you're running fast in the poker runs, everybody's comfortable facing in the right direction.
So what model is this? What's the beam? What's the weight?
This is Midnight Express 43 Open. It's 12.5 feet wide. It's the widest boat in its class.
Yes.
It only weighs right around 15,000 pounds.
Amazing.
And that's because we infuse and core every inch of our boat. We do a lot of carbon fiber as well. The entire hardtop's carbon fiber. Our dives are entirely carbon fiber. So we really work on keeping the weight down so that our performance is best in class, which is what it is.
A 100% electronic helm, 3 giant Garmins, pretty much handle everything that you could think of, all the onboard functions. Is there anything that's unique about this boat as far as gadgets and features? I mean, obviously the roof as a starting point.
The first center console with an electric opening sunroof. Again, that is all controlled digitally through the touch screens. Everything on this boat, your lights, your pumps, anything that moves mechanically is all controlled right through the touch screen. So it's really cool. And then you also have a remote that you control everything with as well.
Now, let's talk about the center console and the amount of space down in there, because it's a big, wide center console, and I know there's a lot of room in there.
Right, so we have a cabin down below. We don't call it a full cabin because it doesn't have a separate stateroom, but
Sure.
It has a V-berth up front with a table, so you can sit down there, you can eat, you can put air conditioning in there and keep cool.
Right.
And then you can drop that down, it becomes a bed. There's also a fully separate head, which is, I believe we're the only ones in our class of this size boat that has a separate head inside the little cabin in the console.
Very nice.
Separate shower, the toilet stows away so you get more room, and we can do hot water and all that as well down there.
So let's talk about performance now. You've got the 4 350
on this boat. This boat tops out right around 80 miles an hour.
Okay.
We've done one with 5 400s, ran right around 90 miles an hour.
Okay.
And then the Quad 7 boat runs somewhere in the 95 to 100 mile an hour boat.
So that puts this boat, depending on how you equip it, at the entry level with, say, the 4 350s versus the 4 400s or 5 400s. You could spend anywhere from what to what?
So the boat starts at 550. That's the base. Rigged out like this with all the custom paint and all the options, like the sunroof is very expensive, was around 750.
Sure.
And then you go all the way up to the UN boat, that's 1.2 million.
Wow. So a little bit of something for everyone, whether it's your first Midnight Express or your 3rd or 4th, because I know a lot of your customers keep coming back and trying to one-up their last order. Right?
Absolutely. Unbelievable how often we do repeats. So this is our new 39S. We debuted this model 2 years ago, I believe. So we built this one very, very special for my father because, again, he's a paraplegic, so he's in a wheelchair. So what we did is there's a panel on the floor here that you hit a button, or you can use the remotes.
Right.
And it lifts up and a ramp slides out of it.
Sure.
So we can wheel onto the boat. It lowers him down to the deck. And then the helm seat here drops down, slides back.
Right.
And he can transfer over to the seat, and then it picks him back up and brings him up to the helm.
So essentially, he's just using his upper body strength to grab onto the armrests and slide his butt over and get into that seat.
That's it.
Maybe with a little bit of help from you.
No, he'll do it by himself.
And he can do it by himself.
Yeah.
And then he's seated at the helm, and from that point on, he's got his hands on the controls. He can do everything.
The seats are shock seats.
Yeah.
So they have actually truck shocks in the back, and you can adjust them with how much air you put in them, all again through the remote or through the switch on the side of it.
Sure.
And it allows you to change how soft your ride is, because his back can't take the rough ride of a fast boat.
Sure. Now, obviously, not a lot of gingerbread on the boat as much as the last 43 we looked at. A pretty, vanilla-ish boat. It's got some 350s, I guess, triple 350s.
350s. This boat will still run high 70s. We did the new style top on it, carbon fiber hardtop. We did all the upgraded upholstery with the sport seating. And then again in the front, there's a table that pops up, becomes a sun pad.
So I know this boat is going to spend its time in South Florida and also up north. So transporting a boat like this, what's the beam, what's the weight, how easy it is to move around?
So this is a super easy boat. It's only 9.5 wide.
Right.
You don't need any special permits. I don't believe you just need to have a wide load banner. And the boat only weighs about 9,000 pounds, so it's a really light boat. Again, infused in cord and a lot of carbon fiber is how we do that.
Good show, Eric. I got to say, you guys keep ramping it up every year, but this year you really pulled it all out.
Every year we try and do something new, something different, something to draw the crowd in, and hopefully sell some boats. That's the key. That
is the key. So let's, before we sign off here, remember that Boat Show TV is sponsored by the Florida Powerboat Club. We are going to see Midnight Express at the Poker Run next week in Key West. What are we bringing? What can we look for?
I'm super excited. We're going to have a 43 all silver, like the first 43 we were on, except it's going to have quad 557 7-marine motors on it. It's a 90-mile-an-hour center console.
That will be on display at the Key West Poker Run Village. Thank you for your support of the event. Good to see you guys back.